After working as a YouTube channel producer and strategist for over 2,000 creators, I can pretty much predict who's going to succeed on YouTube and who's going to quit. And it comes down to one thing. Hi, I'm Erika Vieira I, your YouTube coach and biggest cheerleader for women creators. Ladies, class is in session. What is this trap that's killing more YouTube channels than bad thumbnails, poor audio, and inconsistent uploads combined? You spend hours, maybe even days, weeks, creating what you think is that perfect video. You pour your heart into it. I mean, we all do it every now and then, right? Then you upload it and it doesn't perform like you hoped. And instead of moving on to the next video, you get stuck. You start obsessing over why it didn't work. You feel crushed. It takes you time, maybe weeks, to recover. Does that sound familiar? Let me know if that's something you've ever experienced in the comments. So let me give you 2 examples of how this plays out. First, there's Danielle, one of my students in the bootcamp. She's been ramping up to consistently uploading. Sometimes she uploads once a week, sometimes it's once every 10 days or so, but she's getting there. Then a file got corrupted and she lost all of her footage. Instead of quickly filming something else or refilming it, she spent a month and a half paralyzed by what she lost. Tell me if this has ever happened to you. Let me know. I know it happens. Danielle was not the first one to experience that. When she finally uploaded again, she was really upset that that video didn't perform well. So she delayed the next video, then the next one, and now she was starting to question everything about her being on YouTube. It's a vicious cycle. Now there's Veronica, a one-on-one client. She's incredibly talented and has expertise that people desperately want to learn about. But she treats every video like it needs to be a documentary masterpiece. She's lucky if she uploads once a month. And when a video doesn't perform well, she gets so discouraged that she'll tell me, see, it doesn't even work when I do try uploading more. She'll try uploading more frequently for maybe a month, then go right back to once every other month. She'll also obsess over old videos, wanting to redo thumbnails again and again and again, instead of creating new content. Both Danielle and Veronica fall into the same trap, treating individual videos as make or break moments instead of treating their channel as an entire system. So what exactly is happening here? Why do talented creators like Danielle and Veronica get stuck while others break through? It all comes down to psychology. There are 2 mental biases that are absolutely destroying YouTube channels, and most creators don't even know that they're falling into these traps. The first is called sunk cost bias. That's when you value something more because of how much time and effort you put into it. And you don't want to give it up because of so much time and energy you put into it. Veronica's spending weeks perfecting a video, then feeling crushed when it gets less than 5,000 views. That's sunk cost bias. The second is value bias. You think because you worked so hard on something, other people should value it the exact same way. But here's the brutal truth. Your audience doesn't care how many hours you spent on that video. They only care about the value that they get from watching it. These 2 biases create a deadly combination on YouTube. Instead of treating your channel like a data-driven system, you start treating individual videos like these precious masterpieces. And here's why this kills your growth. YouTube's algorithm demands 2 things, consistency and recency. I did a whole video on a deep dive of the algorithm. You're gonna wanna check that out. The platform needs enough data to figure out who your audience is. That means you need to upload at least once a week, ideally 2 or more if you're just getting started. But when you're emotionally attached to each video, you can't iterate fast enough. You spend weeks perfecting one video instead of testing multiple ideas. You get paralyzed by poor performance instead of learning from it and moving forward. Your attachment to one video is inversely proportional to your channel's growth. And the creators who succeed, they understand that YouTube is a long form, long game. Each video is just one data point in a bigger system. Now let me show you what happens when creators break free from this attachment trap. The successful creators I work with have one thing in common. They understand that YouTube success comes from treating their channel as a system, not hoping individual videos will save them. But here's what's really interesting. This shift usually happens when they get truly intentional about their YouTube strategy. Take Marie, one of my bootcamp students. She creates content about pregnancy and birth, and she'd been uploading consistently for a while, but she wasn't seeing the growth that she wanted. Then something changed. As she put it, when I became intentional with YouTube, that's when I started seeing results. And also after she joined my YouTube bootcamp, and joining my YouTube bootcamp encouraged her, promoted her, motivated her to be really intentional. Maybe it was a chicken or the egg. Maybe she was intentional and then she joined my bootcamp, or maybe by joining my bootcamp, she became intentional. But either way, it worked. Same thing with Dana. She does home and interior design content and had been on YouTube for 15 years with about 40,000 subscribers. But her growth had slowed down. When she joined my YouTube bootcamp, which is my group coaching program for women, she told me I was doing the work, but I wasn't intentional about it. The moment she got strategic about her approach, she started to see a lot more consistent success. Both Maria and Dana made the same shift from just creating content to strategic, intentional YouTube content creation. They stopped leaving their success to chance. And that intentionality, it's the opposite of getting emotionally attached to individual videos. You're able to see the big picture. You can look beyond your individual videos and understand that each video is just one piece of a bigger system. So how do you break free from this attachment trap? How do you start treating your channel like a system instead of hoping individual videos will save you? Well, I've developed a framework called M.O.V.E, and it's exactly what separates creators who break through from those who stay stuck. So let me show you what this looks like with Mia, one of my clients in the beauty space. When she started working with me, she was barely cracking 200 views of video. And I know it's a competitive space being in the beauty space. Now though, she easily gets 1,000 to 2,000 views, with some videos hitting 5,000, 10,000, or even 50,000 views. She's grown to almost 7,000 subscribers in just a few short months. And here's why she succeeds where others fail. She embodies this M.O.V.E framework perfectly. M means move past attachment to individual videos. So this one client had the best attitude about this. She tells me some videos do well and some don't, but I know what it takes and I gotta keep going. When a video doesn't perform well, she doesn't let it stop her from moving forward. Here's what you need to understand. Every hour that you spend perfecting a dead video is an hour stolen from your breakthrough video. Compare that to Veronica, who gets crushed by poor performance and takes weeks to recover, or Danielle, who let one corrupted file derail her for a month and a half. The graveyard of YouTube dreams is filled with creators who love their content more than their audience did. O is optimized based on audience response. This is where the algorithm follows the audience, which is one of my core principles. Now, Mia listens to the data. When I give her feedback based on what her audience is responding to, she applies it immediately. She doesn't argue with the numbers, she doesn't argue with me, she just does it. And here's the brutal truth. You're not getting paid for your effort. You're getting paid for your audience's attention. The algorithm doesn't care about your 40-hour masterpiece. It cares about your audience's 40-second attention span. When a video gets 200 views, that's not a failure. That's data. Your audience is telling you something. Now listen to them. V is volume of content for algorithm data. Here's the key. Mia uploads as fast as she possibly can while still maintaining quality. She understands it's a numbers game, especially in the competitive beauty space. This is long form, long game in action, ladies. YouTube's algorithm needs data to understand who your audience is. You need at least 1 to 2 videos a week to get the platform enough information. That hockey stick effect that I always talk about only happens with sufficient content volume. And the creator who uploads imperfectly but consistently will always outperform the creator who uploads perfectly but sporadically. Consistency beats perfection, but intention plus consistency beats everything. E is emotionally detached from effort invested. Now, Mia has a busy full-time job with 2 young kids. She could easily make excuses about being too busy, but she makes the best use of her time because she's not emotionally attached to perfecting every single video. Your emotional attachment to content is inversely proportional to your channel's growth. The M.O.V.E framework works because it treats YouTube like what it actually is, a data-driven platform that rewards rapid iteration over emotional attachment. When you value effort over your audience response, you prevent the rapid iteration YouTube's algorithm demands for success. Now you know the framework, a mindset system that separates successful creators from those who quit. You understand that YouTube isn't about creating perfect videos, it's about intentionality and rapid iteration and treating your channel like a data-driven system. So there's a difference between going through the motions and being truly intentional with your YouTube strategy. Maria and Dana both learned this. They weren't just uploading randomly. They had specific intentional actions they took that actually moved the needle for them. And the creators in my YouTube bootcamp who see real results, they're not just applying the M.O.V.E framework. They know the exact steps to take, the specific metrics to track, and the precise strategies that turn a struggling channel into a thriving one. And because here's what I've learned after working with over 2,000 creators. Success isn't about working harder, it's about working smarter. And that means knowing exactly which actions will get you results. If you're ready to stop leaving your YouTube success to chance and start building your perpetual profit pipeline, click the link below to join my free masterclass. Remember, your future self will thank you for the strategic decisions you make today. Up next, watch this YouTube analytics update that every YouTube creator needs to know about ASAP. And until next time, keep shining, keep creating, most importantly, keep being you. And if you made it this far, make sure you subscribe. Mwah.